What if I told you your brain can fool you every single day, and you probably never notice it? Not because it's broken, but because it's constantly trying to protect you, save energy, and make sense of the world around you. Every day, your mind silently shapes what you notice, what you remember, and the decisions you believe are completely your own. In this video, you'll discover 8 psychological tricks your brain uses every day. Keep count of how many you've experienced yourself, because one of them will almost certainly surprise you. Let's begin. Psychological trick. Number 1. Confirmation bias. This one changes what you see, without you even realizing it. Have you ever decided someone didn't like you, and suddenly every look, every message, and every conversation seemed to prove you were right? That's confirmation bias. Your brain naturally gives more attention to information that supports what you already believe, while making it easier to overlook information that challenges those beliefs. Imagine buying a red car. The next day, it suddenly feels like red cars are everywhere. They were always there. Your brain simply decided they mattered. The same thing happens with opinions, relationships, and even the news we consume. Once we form a belief, our minds often begin collecting evidence that supports it, while quietly filtering out evidence that doesn't. That doesn't make you irrational. It's one of your brain's shortcuts for processing an overwhelming amount of information. So ask yourself, am I seeing reality, or only the parts that confirm what I already believe? But that's just the beginning. Psychological trick number 2, the spotlight effect. This one makes you think everyone is watching you, when most people aren't. Have you ever spilled a drink, stumbled while walking, or said something embarrassing, then felt like everyone noticed? Chances are they didn't. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. We naturally overestimate how much other people pay attention to us because we're experiencing our own lives from the center of our perspective. Meanwhile, everyone else is usually thinking about themselves. The next time you feel embarrassed, remember, you're probably the one thinking about it the most. Psychological trick number 3, the halo effect. One first impression can quietly shape everything that follows. Imagine meeting someone who's confident, attractive, or well-dressed. Without realizing it, your brain may also assume they're intelligent, trustworthy, or capable. That's the halo effect. One positive quality influences how we judge everything else about that person. It's one reason first impressions can be surprisingly powerful. The real question is, are you judging people for who they are, or for the first impression they gave you? Psychological trick number 4, decision fatigue. The more choices you make, the harder the next choice can become. Have you ever reached the end of the day and struggled to decide something simple, like what to eat? Your mind has been making decisions since the moment you woke up. While researchers continue to study how strong this effect is, many people experience mental fatigue after making lots of decisions. That's why reducing unnecessary choices can help you save mental energy for the decisions that matter most. Psychological trick number 5, the mere exposure effect. Sometimes, the more often you see something, the more you begin to like it. A song you once ignored suddenly becomes your favorite. A face becomes more familiar. A brand starts feeling trustworthy. That's the mere exposure effect. Simply seeing something repeatedly can increase your preference for it. Familiarity has a powerful influence on the human mind. Psychological trick number 6, the zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished stories. Have you ever tried to sleep, only for an unfinished task to keep replaying in your mind? That's the zeigarnik effect. Unfinished goals tend to stay active in our memory more than completed ones. It's your brain reminding you, this isn't finished yet. Sometimes the fastest way to quiet your mind is simply to finish what you started. Psychological trick number 7, negativity bias. One negative experience can outweigh 10 positive ones. You receive 10 compliments, but one criticism stays with you all day. That's negativity bias. Your brain naturally gives more attention to potential threats than rewards, because throughout human history, noticing danger was essential for survival. Understanding this bias reminds us not to let one negative moment define an entire day. Psychological trick number 8. The Dunning-Kruger Effect. The less we know, the easier it can be to overestimate what we understand. At the same time, people with more experience often become more aware of how much there is still to learn. That's known as the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Real confidence isn't believing you know everything. It's recognizing that learning never truly ends. The smartest people aren't afraid to say, "I don't know, but I'd like to find out." So, how many of these psychological tricks have you experienced? The fascinating thing is that none of them mean your brain is broken. They reveal how your mind constantly works behind the scenes to help you understand a complex world. The more you recognize these hidden patterns, the better you'll understand your own decisions, emotions, and behavior. If you enjoyed this journey into the human mind, let me know in the comments which psychological trick surprised you the most, and if you want to understand why people think, act, and decide the way they do. Subscribe to Mind Over Instinct, because the more you understand your mind, the more control you have over it. Until next time, stay curious.